Ladies and gentlemen, the AFC is being known and being popularized by our hashtags because there's a lot of things that we say that we believe that are very relevant to the stories that we talk about. In this particular story, it was really hard to find a picture of this beautiful little baby that y'all see on my screen right there. And when you look at a face like that, for the life of me, look at this baby. I can't imagine why anybody would want to hurt somebody, want to hurt this baby, and just be so callous, so neglectful, so uncaring. And personally, I just believe that people with bad hairlines like that, when your hairline goes all the way back in the back of your head when you're in your early 20s, I think that something is wrong with you. I think that's a sign of a bad parent when you're 23 years old and your hairline go way back here. I'm just saying, man, that's a wild looking mugshot. But besides that mugshot, I try to be a little comical from time to time. Y'all gotta hear what this woman did to her baby. So y'all better brace yourself. I'm gonna say some things that is not gonna sit well with some of your sensibilities, okay? Flint, Michigan. Please come to the front of the congregation. And you know what I noticed about Michigan? A lot of people out there are very sensitive, huh? A lot of people in Flint, Michigan are very sensitive, and for the life of me, I don't know why. I haven't said anything that was inaccurate. I haven't lied. Maybe I've said some things that, like I said, might have hurt your feelings, okay? But Flint, Michigan got some issues, and I'm just going to blame it on the water. Normally, I don't give people any excuses. But in a case like this, I would absolutely say that with y'all polluted water, maybe some of y'all got some polluted minds, and maybe it's degrading your brain cells just a little bit. All of those toxins in that nasty water, and y'all just refuse, and y'all keep wanting to blame it on the people that y'all voted for. Talk about they switched the pipeline over from one place to another. Well, it's a fixable thing, not only with the fact that you could vote those people out and you don't have to vote for them at all, but you could take your tax money and fix it. Let me get off of that. Because this story ain't about the nasty water, but it is about her nasty looking head that looks like she probably been wearing weaves, and it's just been... all that glue is going up inside her head, and it's just... They had to peel that freaking wig off of her head and force this chick to wear her natural head of hair. Huh? Y'all know that my brother Tommy talks a lot about these women with weaves, but I truly believe that the more chemicals that you put in your hair and the worse food that you eat, the more fluoride that you ingest, the more bad things that you put inside of your body, I think that's what you're going to give out. I think that's what you're going to do. And it's not a healthy thing, especially when you're producing children, how you are going to treat those said children. Have I said anything that was wrong so far? No? Okay, let's go. Flint, Michigan. That 2-month-old baby, that baby boy is deceased. He is dead. And Flint police say that it was at the hands of his own 23-year-old mother. And I'm going to say this while I'm thinking about it. If y'all came here to hear the news, last time I checked, I'm not a news station. I'm DJ Just J. I'm not KWTV, TV, or whatever it is. I'm DJ Just J. I ain't the news. If you want to hear the news, you can find the news elsewhere. This ain't a news station. Last time I checked, I ain't on nobody's payroll. Okay? This baby died, and we're going to talk about that GoFundMe here in a minute. He died at the hands of that individual right there. That woman's name is Kisha Person. Kisha Person, Person, 23 years old. Boy, if she don't look like she a good 40 in the face, then maybe I'm just tripping. I could be. But she is accused of beating her baby severely. A 2-month-old baby. I don't understand how any human being can beat a baby. I don't understand how anybody can beat any children of any age. Okay? Instead of getting this baby help after she beat her baby, maybe some of y'all don't realize what this woman did. So if you did not look this story up, this woman beat this baby, and instead of her going straight to the hospital to get this baby some help, do you know what she did? Do you know what little pea brain did? When we say pea brain, her brain is about as small as a green pea. Pea brain. Or you can say pea like urination, but I'm going to say pea brain, okay? This pea brain woman, instead of getting her baby help, she thought about herself, which is what a lot of irresponsible people do. It does not apply to all, but it does apply to this woman in this situation. She thought about herself first and said, screw the kids. This woman went to a drive-thru. Do you guys want to take a guess as to which drive-thru restaurant this thug-ass woman went to? Does anybody want to take a guess? Do y'all think she went to a Sonic? Do y'all think she went to a Burger King? Do y'all think she went to an Arby's? Huh? Y'all think she went to an In-N-Out burger? Y'all think she went to McDonald's? Does anybody want to take a guess as to where this woman went? Are you done guessing? I'll just tell you. In my personal opinion, she went to one of the worst places for people to be putting these nasty, unhealthy foods inside of their bodies. This woman went to a McDonald's. Not only is that egregious in itself, but keep in mind, her baby is beaten up. She beat her baby, and she thought about going to go get herself some food. And this broad went to a McDonald's to get herself some food, then tried to take her kid to the hospital. I know that's a little bit difficult for a lot of people to digest, but I'm going to say it again. That little bitty baby right there, that newborn baby, she beat that baby up, then went to the fast food restaurant connoisseur known as Mickey D's. Isn't that something? The case has even shaken a veteran law enforcement official. Green is commending his detectives, who he said are working tirelessly to get this 2-month-old baby some justice. There's a very horrendous set of facts here. Both Chief Green and myself, we've discussed this and have not seen anything quite like this, Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton said. So far, Green said the investigation reveals that the woman abused her baby boy on the night of November the 11th of this year, of this month, only a few weeks ago. But he said he took the mom until the next morning around 8 a.m. on November the 12th before she called 911. So on one hand, she beat her baby on November the 11th, then went to go get some damn McDonald's, then the next day decided to call and ask for help. She told officers that the baby wasn't acting right, wasn't acting his normal self. The 2-month-old baby was rushed to Hurley Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead of his injuries. Anytime a child dies, police immediately begin to investigate, and that's what happens in this case. About a week later, on November the 17th, Green said detectives got some information from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services that resulted in the 23-year-old mother's arrest. And the reason I'm bringing that part up is because of this. I found that mother's Facebook page. It was pretty easy to find. Matter of fact, if y'all can't see that, I will blow it up and make it a little bit larger on the screen so you guys can see the actual page that I found, which was this page. This page, which is still currently active on Facebook as of right now. Kisha Person, And I had to make sure and cross-reference this to make sure I had the right children, the right kid, the right mother. Gives her first and last name, and then if you notice in her little tag right there, it gives the name of one of her other children, and the little baby in question, his name is Kelil. Kelil. Ke'Lil, hood name, but that's not the baby's fault. That's the mama's fault for giving the baby a hood name. But I was able to find her Facebook page, and I'm going to tell y'all, not only was this woman acting like she didn't do anything, you know them didn't do nothings? This woman literally was one of those didn't do nothings. She didn't do nothing to this kid because she was making posts on her Facebook page that literally made it seem like her baby died of this thing called SIDS, which is spelled S-I-D-S. SIDS. If y'all don't know what SIDS is, please look it up. Sudden infant death syndrome. That's what she was trying to claim. Not the fact that her baby was beaten up, okay? But she was posted in there talking about, oh, she's so sad her baby is dead. And then on top of that, what makes it even worse, I'm going to see if who guessed it. How many of y'all guessed that this nasty woman turned around and made a GoFundMe page? How many of you people in the chat are surprised by that information? Yes, ma'am. Can we get a yes, ma'am in the chat? Huh? Yes, she made a GoFundMe page that has her name on it. I want y'all to understand something. We have a hashtag here in the AFC called hashtag Babies for Benefits. And the reason we have these hashtags is because we believe that these children are being taken advantage of by these parents, and these parents don't care about these kids. That's why we call it Babies for Benefits. I want y'all to look at this. Do y'all see who the organizing person is for this fundraiser? Kisha Person. Uh-huh. And how much was she trying to get? $1,500. And they had a couple of dummies like Kevin and Linda and Cynthia right here, and right here. These three dummies and some others gave her $195 for beating up her child. I want y'all to understand. I'm not saying anything that's false. I'm telling you guys what the police are actually saying. They arrested her because she beat up her child. These idiots gave her $195. Literally for beating up her child. Uh-huh. They said, our understanding is the baby was treated very, very badly. I want y'all to hear this. This baby was slapped, slammed to a hardwood floor, thrown into a bed, and among other things. While the mother slept, she turned and laid on top of her baby, which further traumatized this child. And it's not like she didn't know how to be a parent, because if y'all notice with some of those other pictures, she already had another kid. So I don't want y'all to blame it and make it seem like, oh, she's a first-time mother. No, she already had kids. Said, where did the donations go? If you're talking about her GoFundMe donations, then the answer to that question is the fact that she opened up that GoFundMe, so she was trying to get that money sent directly to her. Hashtag Babies for Benefits. Because the only reason that she must have had these kids is for the benefits that she can collect from these kids. Hashtag Babies for Benefits is our hashtag, okay? He and Green said the mother went to McDonald's instead of taking her baby to the hospital when she knew something was wrong. This 2-month-old baby He couldn't yell for help. Definitely could not have defended himself, which is something I talk about all the time. He said it's horrible and it's sad. I want to thank the prosecutor's office for bringing these charges because I feel like they're definitely justified. The 23-year-old mother will be formally charged Saturday with murder, torture, and first-degree child abuse. If convicted, she faces up to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And I want y'all to understand, when they say up to life, that doesn't mean she's going to get life. That's going to depend on what the judge says. And I hope that the judge in Flint, Michigan will not have any sympathy for this woman. Hashtag TTO. This woman should never get an opportunity to procreate ever again, and nor should she ever be around children again. She doesn't deserve reproductive rights. Not only is she throwing up gang signs, but I want y'all to look at this other picture of her. I want y'all to notice something. This right here. Hashtag thug girl. Stupid is as stupid thugs. She got the extendo, showing her gun, showing that she's a badass, right? This woman is trying to be a badass, but she beat up a 2-month-old baby. Huh? I want y'all to also understand this when y'all ask, where's the father? The baby's father is not believed to be involved. Green said that the baby's 1-year-old sibling showed no signs of abuse. Why should she have done this? Why would she have done this? You know, we don't have an answer for that. That's the question that we need to really answer if we're ever going to solve the problem of curbing child abuse in the community. And I've told you guys, all we have to do is hold these people accountable. She absolutely should get life in prison. Okay, we're going to skip the rest of this. Let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage and let y'all listen to the 2 news videos, because this was not a national story. There was no national outrage. We didn't have any movements out there. There weren't any marching. There wasn't any protests. There was not a single person upset out there in the world outside of until we brought this story to fruition. Nobody was mad until we brought it up. Let me give the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right, let's get it.
These are a very horrendous set of facts. Both Chief Green and myself, who have discussed this, have not ever seen anything quite like this.
A 2-month-old baby boy is dead, and tonight police say it was at the hands of his 23-year-old mother. Police say the woman severely beat her baby, and instead of getting help, she went to a drive-thru for fast food. Our Ann Perrette has more on the disturbing story that has even shaken veteran law enforcement officers.
Flint's police chief is commending his detectives tonight, who he says are working tirelessly to get this 2-month-old baby boy justice. He suspects the mother abused her son the night of November 11th, but he says it would take her until the next morning, November 12th, around 8 a.m. to call 911.
She just told the officers that baby wasn't acting right.
Chief Terrence Green says the 2-month-old baby boy was rushed to Hurley Medical Center and passed away at the hospital from his injuries. Anytime a child dies, police immediately begin to investigate, and that's what happened here. About a week later, on November 17th, the chief says detectives got some information from MDHHS that resulted in the 23-year-old mom's arrest.
Our understanding is the baby was treated very, very badly. Slapped, slammed to a hardwood floor, thrown into a bed. Perhaps while the mother slept, she turned and laid on top of the baby further.
I want y'all to hear, this is only what they believed that she did to this baby. I want y'all to listen to this again.
that resulted in the 23-year-old mom's arrest.
Listen to this again.
Our understanding is the baby was treated very, very badly, slapped, slammed to a hardwood floor, thrown into a bed. Perhaps while the mother slept, she turned and laid on top of the baby, further traumatizing the baby.
Prosecutor David Layton and Chief Green say when she knew something was wrong with her baby, instead of taking him to the hospital, the mom went to McDonald's.
This is a 2-month-old baby. He couldn't, yell for help and definitely could not have defended himself. So this is a 2-month
baby.
Prosecutor David Layton and Chief Green say when she knew something was wrong with her baby, instead of taking him to the hospital, the mom went to McDonald's.
She went to McDonald's. Y'all heard that, right? I just want to make sure that y'all didn't miss that.
Something was wrong with her baby. Instead of taking him to the hospital, the mom went to McDonald's.
This is a 2-month-old baby. He couldn't, yell for help and definitely could not have defended himself. So.
And I want y'all to notice a lot of these police officers and a lot of people that are out there are starting to speak my words, and I'm happy that they're doing it. These babies cannot speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. That is a phrase that I have coined. But I'm glad that they're repeating it because it's so true.
He couldn't, yell for help and definitely could not have defended himself. So it's horrible and it's sad. And I want to thank the prosecutor's office for bringing these charges because I feel they're definitely justified.
The 23-year-old will be formally charged Saturday with murder, torture, and first-degree child abuse. The baby's dad is not believed to be involved. The chief says the baby's sibling, a 1-year-old, had no signs of abuse. I asked why she may have done this.
We don't have an answer for that. That's the question that we need to really answer if we're ever going to solve the problem of curbing child abuse in our community.
Coming up tonight at 6, the police chief shares how you can be a voice for the voiceless. His plea to this community to make sure this doesn't happen ever again. In Flint, I'm Ann Perrette, ABC 12 News.
Also, guys, do not forget that Miss June Bennett does a great job of posting information out there for you guys as well. The National Child Abuse Hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That number is 800-4-A-CHILD or 800-422-4453. So again, I want you guys to remember that that mother beat up a 2-month-old baby, waited to take the baby to the hospital knowing that the baby was having issues. After she beat the baby up, she, instead of taking this baby to go get some help, she went to McDonald's, of all places. Went to McDonald's to go get her Big Mac and her dollar value menu on. Okay? While she's sitting there posting up, throwing gang signs, taking pregnancy pictures, and all kind of other stuff. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all this one more time. Post it with that gun with the extendo. Y'all know what that is. I'm sorry, but this woman is just flat out irresponsible, has no regard for human life, and she definitely needs to have life in prison. So to the judge in Flint, I hope they see this out to give her life in prison. Don't give her anything shorter than that, because this woman does not value life, and what she did to that baby cannot defend himself. Those babies cannot speak for themselves, and it's really sad. And I could also say that I'm glad at least one of the children survived, so at least one of the children would get an opportunity to grow up and hopefully become something great. But let me show y'all this one more time. I want y'all to take a look at her Facebook page. Make sure y'all take a look at her Facebook page because it's still open right now. And just look at how nonchalant she was talking about the death of the kid, that she caused this baby's death. And then she turned around and opened up this GoFundMe, as y'all can see, was in her name. Kisha Person, or Leisha, whatever her name is. She opened up that GoFundMe to try to get money off of the death of her own kid, which is what we call hashtag babies for benefits. Us as the AFC, we believe that babies' lives matter, which is the new hashtag BLM. And I hope that you guys will join our journey. I hope you guys will join this channel, subscribe to this channel, and let's get rid of people like this out of our society. It's not about the color of your skin. It's about the content of your heart. Where have y'all heard that before? Huh? It's not about the color of your skin. It's about the content of your heart. And we need more good people in America. How about that? This is your boy DJ Just J, man. Hopefully you guys will listen with an open mind and an open heart. And I hope that that message starts to reach more of you people. Stop beating your kids. Stop spanking your kids. Let's use our minds. Because I'm sorry, we need to be able to reason with children. You are the parent. It's not a power struggle. You don't have to convince the child that you are the parent. Just be the parent. If you guys need some parenting tips, don't hesitate to Google search some parenting tips based on the age of your kid. Reach out and get some help. If you guys are people out there that see something, definitely make sure you say something. Because I'd rather you say something and save a life, be wrong, and don't say anything and a baby ends up dead. It's just really sad. It's a beautiful little baby right there. So let me see if I can get a solo shot of that baby right here. Really like this picture of this little boy. His name was Kisha Person. Kisha Person, young prince, young baby prince, R.I.P.